So it's about time I build a purple loadout. I want to start with the gloves obviously. They are the heart of the loadout. But what to choose? Pandora's box? Too expensive. Imperial plates? Don't want to be wearing carpet pattern on my gloves. What about plum quill? Wait a second. What about Violet Beadwork? Yes, surely this could be a hidden gem. Well now, let's take a closer look. Let's start with taking a look at how these gloves wear. First of all, you see that those are factory new and there are no noticeable scratches. They are basically perfect, no dirt, no nothing. Now we'll be looking at a manual wear pair of gloves, and now you might be able to see some dirt on the fingers as well as some potential scratches on the fingers at the bottom left, if you can see that. Now we're looking at the gloves with 0.2 float range field tested, and now you're actually starting to see more scratches on the fingers as well as more dirt, but it's still not that bad honestly. And now at the very bottom of the field tested, it is 0.35 float, and you can see that there's a lot more scratches on the gloves and they get a lot dirtier. The white becomes gray, and yeah, the gloves become much dirtier, much more scratched up, and it is to be expected. But honestly, not as bad as some other sports gloves tend to wear. For example, the amphibious or the vice gloves, those do tend to wear much worse than those. So honestly, I think like in field tested, those gloves look kind of fine compared to some other options. And lastly, we'll be looking at Battle Scar. Those are 0.6 float and they wear quite poorly. As you can see, there's a lot of scratches now. If I were to pick those up, I'd be picking up at field tested with at least 0.2 float for the better view and overall better price point. Also, I don't usually showcase the agents, but I thought I'd point out that some of the T-sided agents go really well with these gloves. For example, Resanda Ready, as you can see, the sleeves look real nice with the gloves. The purple kind of matches, so I thought some of you might enjoy this combo, although I don't really love how the sleeves cover up the portion of the gloves here. And the other one being Dr. Romano. As you can see, the leather matches up pretty nicely with the gloves. I feel like style-wise this is like an absolutely perfect fit, but again, I don't really like how the sleeves cover up the portion of the gloves, but I feel like the leather just goes really well together here. As always, we'll be starting with a knife, and the most expensive option, as well as a pretty good one, is probably any black pearl knife. The purples will match nicely with the gloves. It is a very expensive knife. Any black pearl is insanely expensive. I would only recommend it if you have unlimited amount of funds, but yeah, it would be a nice fit. Phase 2 Dopplers will also go pretty well with the gloves, again because of the purple and the pink aesthetics. And I also think that stiletto goes well with the gloves just because of the brown colors matching on the handle and the leather on the gloves. So maybe you can combine these and pick up a stiletto Doppler Phase 2. It can be a nice pick here. But my absolute favorite pick for the knife for these gloves would go to Butterfly Freehand, absolutely. Just because the purples are absolutely in sync here, as well as the pattern on the freehand itself. I think it fits pretty well here, and when you inspect, the purple handle on the butterfly knife also goes well with the inner palm. I think this is absolutely perfect. It is also pretty cheap for a butterfly knife. So I think this combo looks actually pretty expensive while being on the cheaper side of things. Yeah, I think this is absolutely, hands down, my favorite combo for these gloves. And as a cheaper option, I would recommend picking up something like a bayonet freehand. Well, honestly, any knife in a freehand finisher can go really well with these gloves. I decided to go with bayonet just because of the animation. I really like it, and again, I think it fits really well with the gloves. So yeah, pick up a freehand, it will definitely not disappoint you. These days we have so many options on how to build a fully purple loadout. We'll be starting with the pistols, a Glock. My choice would be Shinobu for sure. It is an absolutely nice purple skin, and I know that a lot of people love this Glock, and myself included. I really like it, and it feels absolutely perfectly here. So yeah, pick this one up, and it is pretty cheap in minware, coming only at approximately $10 to $11 on float right now. If you're not a fan of Shinobu, you can pick up a Glock Moonrise in factory new for approximately $4 to $5 on float, and it is also a pretty nice fit, but I'm leaning more towards Shinobu, but this is also a valid option. For a budget USP, you can pick up a Sleeping Potion in Minwear. It is pretty good looking. It is from a newer collection, so it doesn't cost a lot. It is like $7.40 on float right now for minimal wear, and it does look pretty nice here. I kind of like it. But I would much rather have a USP-S Neo Noir, even though the colors don't match absolutely perfectly here. We have some accents of white as well as purple on the pistol itself. It is not a budget option, however. It will cost around $141 on float right now for factory new, but I absolutely love the colors on this pistol, and I think it is one of the better USP skins that we have on the market. Next we have a P250, and honestly there are a few purple options out there in the market, but I decided to go with a slightly different approach. It is an Inferno P250. You can pick it up for $2 in minimal wear on float, and it goes really well with the leather on the gloves. I feel like it is a very nice fit. Even though it doesn't have any purple on it, I still think that overall for the combo it looks really nice. I sometimes tend to skip dual Berettas for the loadouts, but here we have a Flora Carnivora, and it is an absolute banger of a skin here. It matches absolutely perfectly. There's white color that pops very nicely with the back of the hand, and the purples match absolutely perfectly here. And I think this is like the best match that we have for the gloves, honestly. For a Tech 9 we have a Sandstorm. It does come in minwear as it's max float, so I would recommend picking it up in minwear just because it scratches pretty poorly even in minwear, as you can see here, but it goes really well with the gloves. It just feels like it matches the purples perfectly here, so yeah, I would recommend picking this one up. When we're building a full purple loadout, we don't actually have to fully commit to the purple color, and a 5.7 Autumn Thicket can be a proof of that, because the brown matches absolutely perfectly with the leather on the gloves, and I feel like it just kind of outshines the other purple competitors here. I really like it, and honestly, it costs 10 cents on float for factory use, so yeah, if you don't want to be spending anything extra on pistols, yeah, you can pick this one up for very cheap. And if you would still like to have a purple option, I have a dark polymer here, 5.7 in factory new for $2 on float, and it does match up very nicely here. So yeah, if you want to lean more into the purple color, I think this is an absolutely perfect fit here. For a Desert Eagle, we're going to be picking up a Fire Breathing. It is an absolutely perfect Desert Eagle skin to match with these gloves, and I'm not going to recommend anything else. I feel like this is an absolutely perfect match made in heaven, and I absolutely love this skin for how cheap and accessible it is. I feel like it is an absolute winner and an absolute banger. Moving on to the SMGs, we have a MP9 Wild Lily that costs an absolute bazillion dollars right now on the market, but I just wanted to point out how beautiful it looks and how well it fits with these gloves, and if you have the Wild Lily, I would absolutely recommend using with these gloves. But if you are more on the budget, I would absolutely recommend going for Mount Fuji. It is an absolutely certified banger of a skin. I really like it. It is fairly accessible at $20 in factory new. I would absolutely recommend picking it up in factory new. It is absolutely worth it, and it goes really well with the gloves. I mean, it is hands down one of the better MP9 skins that we have. Alright, I'm giving you 3 seconds to figure out what Mac 10 skin I'm going here. Oh, nope, sorry, too late. I decided to go with Mac 10 Derailment. Yep, who would have guessed? It is my absolutely favorite Mac 10 skin, and it pairs absolutely perfectly with mostly any gloves that we have in the game. There is a bit of a hint of purple on the explosion, as well as a lot of white that matches nicely with the fingertips. I feel like it matches absolutely perfectly with these gloves. I mean, honestly, it's just an absolute banger of a skin. It might be one of my favorite skins in the game at all. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend picking it up. The prices are down for it, and in factory new it currently costs $23. It is at almost an all-time low price-wise. So yeah, I feel like it is a great opportunity to pick it up, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed with this skin. It's been real hard to find a good MP7 skin that fits well with the gloves, so I decided to go with MP7 Fade. With as much fade percentage as you can. Well, basically it just means that there's more purple or bluish color on the gun, and yeah, it will cost approximately $40 for factory new on float, of course with slight overpay for more fade percentage. There isn't much to say here, it's not perfect, but yeah, if anything I would be picking up fade. For a UMP, you can pick up a Neon Ore in factory new for $40, but honestly, I don't know, the gun sucks. I wouldn't pay $40 for a skin that I'm not really gonna use in game. Yeah, the gun sucks, please buff it. If they do buff it, maybe then you can pick it up, but yeah, it's kind of not worth paying $40 for a UMP skin. I don't really care for P90 either, I think the gun sucks, but you can pick up Randy Rush. It does go pretty well with the gloves, I would say. It is fairly cheap for only $9 in factory new, you can pick this one up, but it'll go well with the leather on the gloves. I feel style-wise it also fits here. Yeah, not much to say here. You can decide to spend $9 on it if you do play with the P90. Moving on to the ARs, we'll be starting with the Famas, and I feel like Rapid Eye Movements is a banger skin. It costs $31 on float right now, and it fits very nice with the gloves, I feel like. I mean, there's not much to say here, the purples fit nicely, and honestly it is a pretty nice skin. I really like the aesthetic they were going here with the Famas, and yeah, it fits the gloves. For a Galil, we have a chromatic aberration here. It is one of the better looking Galil skins on the market, I feel like. It costs like $54 on float for factory new. The matching color scheme is present here, but for its price I feel like we can go with option 2. Sky Mandala will only cost you $3 for factory new, and I feel like it is a much better fit here. Honestly, I wouldn't really spend $50 for the previous option. I would much rather settle for this one. It also has a nice artwork here. I feel like it is a pretty good looking one, as well as being on the cheaper side. And if you made it this far into the video, consider leaving a like. It is absolutely free, it doesn't take much time, and it does help my channel grow, and it means a lot to me. So again, thank you so much for watching. Let's move on to the next gun. Alright, moving on to the AKs is my favorite part here. We'll be taking a look at the basic bitch approach. To be honest, it is a midnight laminate, and yeah, the colors will match absolutely. It fits nicely here. I feel like you can put some nice sticker crafts on here and it'll look really nice with the gloves, but honestly I'm not a big fan of this skin itself. Yeah, it does pair nicely with the gloves, but I feel like there are much nicer looking AK skins that we have on the market right now. You might notice that I have switched the agent skin to the one with the golden watch and bracelets. That is because I feel like the next pick is a bit of a sleeper one. It is the Oligarch AK, and I feel like nobody's talking about this AK, everyone forgot about it. But I feel like the golden and the brown colors do look nice together, as well as the white fingertips going well with the white on the AK, and the black straps on the gloves pairing very nicely with the sort of carbon fiber pattern on the AK itself. Again, we have the golden bracelets to kind of match the golden on the AK itself. I feel like it is a very nice fit here. It does look like a rich man's combo. Maybe it's not perfect, but I feel like it is an absolutely valuable option here, not gonna lie. And for the last AK option, I decided to go with Be the Monster. It is a fairly common choice for me as an AK play skin. I specifically decided to go with Field Tested just because it is slightly cheaper. It's $240 on float for Field Tested, and it pairs very nicely with the gloves. I feel like the skin itself fits pretty well with the gloves. I like how the purples and the pinks match the inner palm, and just overall I really enjoy this AK skin. I feel like it is a very worthwhile pickup, especially before it is discontinued from the armory. I mean, if it gets discontinued at some point in the future. But yeah, I would recommend going with this AK. Next we have M4A1S, and I decided to go with the Black Lotus for my first choice, and specifically in field tested. It is $6 in field tested. Yeah, I feel like it is an absolute banger for the price. You don't have to pay a lot for the M4 skin to match nicely with the gloves. You could say that the skin itself is pretty dark compared to the gloves, but I feel like price-wise it is absolutely worth picking up. I feel like M4 Stratosphere would be absolutely the perfect fit here. Just look at how purple beautiful transitions from the M4 to the gloves. I feel like it is an absolutely perfect match here. I really love how this skin itself absolutely perfectly matches those gloves. It is outstanding how well those two pair together, but in my humble opinion, I don't really like the skin itself. So just for the fit, yeah, you can pick it up, and if you like the skin itself, but honestly, I don't really like the artwork on the M4, I'm gonna be honest. I would personally much rather go with an M4 Vaporwave, even though it is not like a absolutely perfect fit here. It does match nicely color wise, the whites look nice together, as well as the purples matching pretty well, and overall I feel like the artwork on this M4 is much superior to the previous one. Yeah, I really like this skin, and yeah, and this would be my personal favorite choice here. For an M4A4 we have Desolate Space in minimal wear for $24. I'm not a big fan of the bright blue color on it, but the purples match nicely here, and I just like this skin overall. So for $24 it is a worthwhile pickup, but yeah, only if you like this skin, honestly. And honestly, I really like M4 Polysoup here. You can pick it up in factory new for $52, and I mean, it kind of looks underwhelming right now, but honestly, once they re-add the sort of hollow effect on it with the introduction of Anim Graph 2, once they actually release this update on the global server, it'll look much nicer. You can see it on the screen right now. This is how it looks on the test server. But yeah, once it is in the game, I feel like it'll match really nicely with the gloves. For an AUG skin, we have a Death by Poppy for $30 in factory new. There is some teal that matches the fingertips, as well as the purple matching kind of perfectly with the gloves. Yeah, I mean, not much to say here. It is an AUG skin, so if you are using an AUG, it will be an absolutely worthwhile pickup. Honestly, I was kind of struggling to find a good SSG skin, so I decided to stick with Death's Head in minimal wear for $40. It's not like an absolutely perfect fit here, it's not eye-catching or anything, but I feel like it kind of fits here, just based on the browns fitting the leather on the gloves. I feel like it is like a decent fit, but yeah, don't expect to be wowed by this combo or anything. It's just an overall decent choice here. Alright, let's close it up with an AWP skin, and for the first one we have an absolute certified banger here. It is Oni Taiji, and it matches absolutely perfectly with the gloves. I feel like it is just a sick AWP skin, and yeah, I mean, the price kind of reflects it. There is demand for it, so in minimal wear it will cost $500 on float right now, but like, if you can afford it, I absolutely recommend it. I feel like it is the best fit here. And the other option for an AWP being Neo Noir in factory new for only $60 compared to the previous choice. I feel like it is a very worthwhile pickup, only for $60. This being one of my favorite AWP skins, I feel like it fits really well with the gloves, and I would definitely pick this one up if you don't have the budget for the Oni Taiji. We have completed yet another loadout. This time it was purple themed, and I really enjoyed making this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I really do appreciate all of your support, and if you enjoyed the video, do consider subscribing, leaving a like, leaving a comment. I really appreciate all of your support and kind words. And yeah, anyways, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Cheers.